Where you at, man?
In Denver for Colorado State.
Oh, heck yeah, man. That'll be a good tournament.
Yeah, pulling. I'm reffing it. Wife's doing brackets. I'm pulling Eric Wolf tomorrow.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen Eric Pulse for so long, man.
Oh yeah, he's a beast, man.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
He's a beast.
Well,
What is this on? What is this on YouTube?
this on my YouTube channel and Facebook, both.
What's the channel?
Lightning Leray Jenkins.
That's right. I have that right here.
Yep. This will be episode 9. We got a few people in here already.
There we go.
But I'd like to introduce the head referee, head man in charge of the 198 round robin, man. What's up, Tim?
Not much, man. Just got off an airplane, drove down to the finals over here, and we're in Colorado Springs. So yeah, this is going to be an awesome tournament. It's brand new style of tournaments. I don't know if anybody's really followed Corey Miller with the Aries. It's a 3-tier tournament, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, there's like 315 entries last year.
Oh wow,
that's nice.
He's breaking it down by rating, right?
Yeah, so it's like a 3-tier. So like tier 1 is like, don't quote me on it, man. I think it's 0 to 1,400 or something.
Considered like amateur.
Yeah, amateur, I guess. Tier 2 is like 14 to 16, and that's like almost like call it semi-pro. And then you got your elites after that, 1,600 and above. I believe that's what we're doing.
I like that. I think even longer it goes, I feel like it'll be more accurate, and that'll be a good way of, trying to keep the guys who don't belong in the semi-pro out of the semi-pro. Now, I would say Corey's system will probably keep the more elite guys in a group, which will be good too. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting because it's all off of what you've done in the past and who turns in what. So if you got a guy like me who's been pulling 19 years, and I used to just jump into weight classes for fun because there wasn't enough guys. So like, I think I'm on the tier 2.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see how it rolls.
So now, is he letting, if you're in the tier 2, are you able to go up?
Yes, you just can't go down.
Okay.
And then also a tier 1 can't pull tier 3. They can only go to tier 2.
Okay.
So you can only go up 1 or down 1. Which, yeah, I don't actually. You can't even go down 1. You can only go up 1.
Up 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That'll be interesting to see. I'll have to keep an eye on that and see how it works out.
Yeah, and it kind of helps out from like, a guy like Corey pulling like a guy like, a new beginner. Like a new beginner thinks that they're a superstar because they pulled in a bar and they've never lost in high school. They can't just go pull tier 3, know. So it's going to eliminate those. It should eliminate a lot of injuries and a lot of things. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about that event you just ran, man.
Oh boy. It was interesting. It was a fun tournament. Don't want to get in too deep into kind of what happened between myself and the promoter up there.
Oh, I didn't even know anything.
It was a lot of misunderstanding. He wanted me to be a part of the super matches. I got hired just to run the tournament and do the brackets, the weigh-ins, reffing, and all that. And then he ended up losing a lot of money and tried getting some from me. And I was like, not happening. Like, I had nothing to do with the super matches. Arm Sports Entertainment only did the tournament. And as far as that went, it went beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, man, you hate when you hear something like that. Like,
yeah,
that's horror stories. That's the worst thing that can possibly, drive you.
Yeah. Yep. It just, not everybody can be a promoter. So
you're right about that, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it takes selflessness, man. You got to kind of step back and say, hey, it's not about me, man. It's about the overall event. It's about running it right. It's about giving back to the pullers. It's, they're the show.
Yeah.
We're just kind of the people organizing it. So,
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's it's kind of that unspoken rule. You just don't. You never count on entry fees to pay your dues. And like when I run stuff, I got a bracket person or a referee, a super match guy. As soon as they step off the airplane at one of my events, I give them their envelope. Like, this is your pay. This is what we agreed on. Hey, have a good day.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be, man. And like, no one has ever became famous as a promoter. You know what I'm saying? We're not the stars. We're not the ones where the cameras are at. So it's like, you're doing it the right way, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, you got Washington State coming up, right?
Yep. Washington State will be December 2nd in Vancouver, Washington, which is very southern. So it's right outside of Portland, Oregon.
That's always a big one, right?
It's huge. Yeah. I mean, I think every year we've just progressed. I think the last year or so we were 320 plus entries. And then it's kind of gotten to the point where some of these international guys take their vacations to come over because they just love hanging out and what we do. And it's always good competition. So I think we tallied up at least 3 other countries coming to this one. We're kind of waiting until after this weekend and next weekend for your event. And then I'm going to really start pushing it, stuff. Didn't really want to push. We got the flyer out there, but I wasn't going to push it on top of events I'm a part of. So.
Yeah, I understand that. You got some big super matches lined up?
We have about 4 super matches right now, and that's just some couple locals, couple rival, the Canadians, Poland, and so we'll do that, and then we'll probably do what I did at Arizona State. We'll run everything down to the top 2, and then later on we'll do the finals as a best 2 out of 3 super match.
Okay, I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about next weekend, man.
I'm excited.
You're the head man. When it came down to getting our reffing staff together, like, you were the name. You know what I'm saying? You were the one that was recommended. Like, Robbie was the number one guy that said, Tim's the guy. He needs to be here. Make it happen. So I just want to say that, you're well respected in the sport as an official, as a promoter, as a puller, all together. I've never heard anything bad said about you, So I'm excited to see you kind of take hold of the event as an official and kind of run that thing, man. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. And my other 2 referees, I got them here with me. So we're working together this weekend. We do a lot of stuff together. And we just know each other. We know what people are calling. We know what we're looking for. It's gonna be brutal. I know all these guys. I've pulled every one of them. I've pretty much reffed every single one of them. And so we kind of know what some guys are gonna do. And I can look right at some guy and say, I know what you're doing. Just don't do that. Like, you're not gonna fool me. They all know that I'm not gonna let things get out of hand. I'm going to take control quick and be very stern about that. When you have these caliber of super matches and round robins, if you start to let someone get under your skin or ahead of you, it's going to be a long night. And we don't want a shit show. We want best matches we want. And
of course,
definitely during that rules meeting, they're going to know, like, hey, like, I'm going to be some lenient, until you give me shit, I'm going to look at you and give you a foul. Yeah. And we're going to move on from there. And, it's going to eliminate a lot of stuff, and it's going to make for a really good show.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be important, man, because, I've watched plenty of other podcasts, Travis Bajent's, Paul Italia's, just a bunch of different people talking about the round robin. And a big question that comes up is, how strict are they going to be? Well, this is in my opinion, world level event. So we need the best officiating. So, if it comes down to you saying, hey, man, that's a foul, bro. I've told you 100 times. In that type of format, one foul is very costly. You know what I'm saying? Because you foul twice, well, that's a whole L on your record, and that might cost you in the end. So it's gonna be good to see, and those fouls are very important. So it's gonna be interesting to see how, hopefully everyone is just smooth, and I'm sure they will be. They're all super professional.
Yeah, I mean, I with being such a round robin, I expect a couple of them to try to get away with some stuff early. To test the waters. They're going to also see what everybody else is testing to what they can get away with. But for the most part, it like you said, they can't afford nothing. It's such an even based round robin. It's anybody's day. I can't just tell you honestly one guy that I'm like, he doesn't stand a chance, but he's got to put up a fight. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're number 1 or number 12. It's anybody's day. The wars that are going to happen are going to be unreal. I'm expecting long wars between some people. But then again, it comes down to when do you draw that person, and when do you just say, I'm laying down to go for the next 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen. You're going to see it. And it's a lot of strategies going to play a factor in it.
And that's part of it, man. That's some people may not like to see that, the laying down. But hey, in this type of event, it's unorthodox. Not many round robins to this depth happens. So sure, it may look like, man, that's not arm wrestling, laying down. That's part of the strategy. And in every event, you have a new strategy, right? So if these round robins become a new thing that happen a lot more, well, there's a strategy for round robins. There's a strategy for super matches. There's a strategy for tournaments. So just because you lay down in a match in the round robin, you can't discredit them for that. It's a 12-round battle or 11-round battle. So
yeah, I don't think it's going to be like go to the table, just here you go, there's a win. They're going to test their waters, but they're not. Some guys may not want that war 1 or 2 match off the get-go, and they're going to see what they can get. And what I mean about laying down, it might be like they're going to try everything and maybe elbow foul out on purpose to try to get it. So maybe a false start. You're not going to see someone just go like this.
No.
But I a couple of guys that are just locked in the middle, and they're about 30 seconds into it, and they know they got no budge. Someone's going to either take an elbow foul, maybe a loss, or someone's, it's going to happen.
Yeah. So are we gonna do the rules meeting that Friday night?
Yeah, I think Friday night we'll get together at the venue and go. I have my 2 referees with me, and we'll go over everything, take everybody's questions, just be total transparent with everybody that this is what's going to happen. And then even Saturday before the event starts. So are we live streaming pay-per-view? What are we doing?
So I think I'm going to let Brad live stream it. I would have liked to did the pay-per-view, but I don't want to go back on my word. I kind of already told him, and I don't want to cross paths there. I was originally planning on doing it on my channel, but with him doing the edited footage, I feel like if I live stream it, I may take some of his viewers.
Okay.
So I feel like it was right for me to let him live stream it so he can recoup some of those viewers.
So on top of that, then probably right before we start, he's going live. I might just do a quick little to the audience at home. Hey, you guys, this is what we're doing today, so you don't have those damn trolls and, what kind of this and that. I mean, everybody's got to know what's going on.
Yeah. And another thing with the live streaming, I'm slightly worried on the Wi-Fi. It's there, but you know how it is when places get packed. Yeah. When places get packed, things start getting funky. I don't know. So I didn't want.
Unless you're hardwired in, or you're on a private one where nobody else can touch it.
Yeah,
it helps, but it's not. It's still the unknown.
Yeah, so I didn't want to advertise a pay-per-view and have people buying and then it go out. That's a freaking nightmare, Yeah. Hopefully in the future we can get something like that lined up. This venue it's a good venue. We're gonna be packed though. Like it's gonna be packed in there, and over time, we are gonna try to upgrade venues, and but they've helped us a lot. We've held 3 tournaments there, and they're always more than willing to help us and do whatever we got to do. But Yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting.
Are you doing anything? So if I remember right, you did kind of a live on Friday night
Yeah,
talking to the athletes. Are you doing that as well?
yeah. I'm
Yes.
gonna do that.
So I might even just talk about the rules there and get it over with.
Yeah,
That would be great.
Since
they'll
we're all
all
going
be
to be
there.
chatting anyways.
Yeah,
And then, kind of like King of the Table, right? Everybody's sitting there. You can watch it all and see what we're talking about. There's no like behind the scenes, like I'm telling you one thing, but we're having a rules meeting talking about it, And then that way, it eliminates somebody, I'm just going to say Robbie because he's there, right? It eliminates a Robbie fan saying, well, did Robbie know about that rule? Well, everybody answered the questions on Friday night, and you go back and watch it. It's just very transparent when it comes down to this caliber that you want to just be cut, dry, answer the questions. I'm going to sure answer a million questions the day of, after a match, during a match. And we're going to be fair and let the best man win, man. I'm excited.
yeah, man. So that's a good time to go ahead and talk about. Robbie made a post 2 or 3 days ago. We had talked, because there was some questions on tiebreakers.
I think I chimed in on that too as well.
What? Yeah. What? Oh, man, I wish I had his post pulled up because there was 3 points that he wanted to, or that we made. I don't want to.
Yeah, like one of them was like
the first thing, the tiebreaker. If it comes down to a tiebreaker where at the end 2 people have the same record, it'll be a best 2 out of 3 match. Because that's going to determine not only finish spot but money. We're paying all the way to 6th.
And then if it's like 3-4 guys with the same record, are we drawing chips for everybody? Yeah. So pretty much how I see it is, say us 3, I'll just go 3, and it's anywhere from 3 to $1 million is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Us 3, we're drawing sticks to see who has to buy, and we're going to pull each other once.
Yes.
So I'm going to pull you, and I'm going to pull you, and you guys are going to pull each other.
Yep. That's the only way. Yeah, that's really the only way to do it because, if you get 3 people, obviously somebody's you can't pull 3 people.
And then 4, it's just these two, the winners face each other.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep. Yeah, that's easy enough. Man, there was 2 other things that he said.
I'm trying to remember. I know one of them was like for 4th and 5th place or something like that.
4th, 5th, and 6th is all 300 apiece.
So he said if it was 2 people were tied for, like, say 4th place, then they would pull, and then I believe that's the 4 or 5. See, that's where I don't know about that.
Yeah, I should have screenshotted the post earlier. I can't remember. My phone's. I'm afraid if I close my phone, I'll lose you guys.
No worry. I could probably try to find it right here in a second. But yeah, it was some good points. But I think he might have missed something on there. But
I didn't care about the 4 or 5 thing. That confused the hell out of me. I didn't understand that at all.
Well, 4th, 5th, and 6th all make the same money. Now they may want to pull just to see who comes out on top, But past 6th, it really don't matter,
Oh yeah, so he said if it ends up the 3rd and 4th, they would pull. What's it say here? Number 1, the tiebreaker will be decided by a best 2 out of 3 at the end of the rounds. That means if you are 5th and who pulled for 3rd and 4th place. Not sure what that means.
Yeah, pretty much what we just said.
If you end up with the same losses, it doesn't matter in the other placing because of the money.
Yeah. So first pays $2,000, second pays $1,000, third pays $600, I believe. 4th, 5th, and 6th, all 300 apiece. That may be a little bit off, but it's a 45.
So yeah, so the only thing that really matters is 1 through 3.
Yeah, 1 through 3.
Everything else out of that is
the same amount.
Yeah. And weight, everybody be 198.0. No clothing allowance. That's just, it's going to be strict. And I didn't decide this. Everything I everything that's pretty much decided has been voted on by the pullers. You know, that's just the way I did it. I did it in the 54s. When it came down to how much do you want to put in for a buy-in, how much do you want, where do y'all want to pay out to? You know, first through third, first through two. Everything was voted on by the guys. So they can't complain to me because they picked this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think out of everybody who, I guess Robbie would be cutting weight.
Robbie.
Maybe Jason
Merlot said he was a little heavy.
Dallas would have had to cut a good amount of weight, man. Maybe that's why he backed out.
Yeah, I think Dallas is probably, you know, looking for his match with Brandon. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to say he's not injured. I don't want to.
Yeah, Bob doesn't have to. Oh, I guess Adam's going to have to cut a little bit.
Where did Adam? Yeah, Adam said he was like 208 on the podcast the other
day.
I
mean, he's got it down now. He just cut it at 187 for turkey. So
crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of overseas, man, we'll get back to this October 21st event, but you know, you get to go overseas a lot, man, and go ref those events. Dude, talk about that experience.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. Just got back from Dubai. Spent I was only over there for like 4 days, maybe 3 days. It was a quick turnaround for me, but it's a lot of fun, man. It's they do it right over there. Everything's just so professional. Get treated just awesome. You know, meals, everything. Hanging out with the guys. I get to hang out with my boy, Coach Ray. Love that dude. He's a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah. I was just watching his match with Artem.
Yeah.
That he had, I don't know when and where it was at.
But Arizona State pay-per-view I did.
Yeah.
That
was cool to see.
They're both different people nowadays. I would be curious to see what happens nowadays. But
Nat Fit, LLC, hey, he said he needs airport shots.
Airport shots?
I don't know. I don't even know who this is.
Oh, that's got to be Jamie Sheldon, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's commenting.
I see what he said. He needs a shot at the airport, you know, for weigh-ins for all these people.
I gotcha.
So are you doing the weigh-ins like at night, or are you doing them like as people come in, or do they all have to weigh in at the same time?
They don't have to weigh in at the same time, but I started at 2 p.m. Friday. So we'll be there early setting up everything, but I started at 2 p.m. They're able to come in at that point and weigh in, go recover, go do what they got to do, you know, because some people are probably want to go back to the hotel and recover. Then they'll come back. We have a super match card. Nothing huge, no huge giant matches, but more so local. I think we just got 5 matches. We'll run those 5 matches, and then after that, we'll run the press conference for 30, 45 minutes, however long they want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, going overseas, it's a lot of fun, and it's awesome. Like, I'm happy to go to the King of Table. I did a couple rounds of East versus West. Haven't been back in a while. They seem to be switching U.S. reps out all the time right now. I'm not too sure why, but yeah, I might go back next year. We'll see. I've been talking to Ingen, but I don't know if he's just trying to line up like 3-4 reps from the U.S. and just switch them out. Maybe each one does one, so it's not the same people anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Dubai. If it wasn't for my event in December, I'd be back there. But I have certain people coming in from out of the country for about a week, so I'm not able to go. I committed to that. So yeah, hopefully I'll do all 4 next year. We'll see.
So what would you say is the I don't know, biggest match you've reffed as far as you know, people like a day?
I think at East or at King of the Table, I've had like the 3 best matches to happen at King of the Table. My favorite, I'll say my favorite first. I head reffed Vitaly and Dave.
Okay.
I mean, that's debatable the best match of the last 10 years between a lot of people's eyes. You know, then you got like the legends with John Brzezinski and Dennis. I reffed that one. And then Levon and Hermes was awesome. So, I mean, those are my top 3 right there. Or just
how is it reffing Devin, man? Because I couldn't. I don't know.
I didn't ref Devin.
Oh, you didn't ref. Oh, okay.
No. I was Levon and Hermes.
Oh,
John and Dennis, and then Vitali and Dave Chafee.
For some reason, my mind said
I mean, I've reffed Devin in the past, but I mean, again, it just comes down. You just can't let him get under your skin, you know? I mean, he's going to say everything he can to get you to talk to him. You know, give him a warning. He'll stop. Or he'll foul out. You don't care. But eventually, you know, just do your job. You know, it is what it is.
That makes sense, man. That makes sense. So, you know, you being the ref, the head guy. Tell me a little bit about the 2 guys that you're bringing. You know, tell us more about them. A lot of people may not know. I know they know them. Obviously, they're well-known guys. But everyone knows you're the guy. But tell us about those guys.
Yeah, Bill Onifray and Pat Bear. They're from St. Louis. They ref the Nationals. We refed WAF Nationals a year and a half ago together. They come to all my Arizona and Washingtons now. They're a pair. They do a lot of Sean Hancock's events and some other guys. Corey Miller, he uses them every event. They're both advanced senior referees. They're great. They don't put up with the shit either. You know, they're not there to sit there and argue with you or try to screw somebody over. I mean, they're just straight up referees. They've been in the game for 20 plus years. So, I mean, they're awesome to work with. So
that's good, man. And that's what we want, man. Y'all are in charge of that. And that fits it. Or I guess that's Jamie. He said, actually, Tim, I meant airport drinks at your frequent flyer club.
Oh, yeah. We got a bunch of those.
Okay.
I'll post next Thursday when me and my 2 refs are at the bar in Nashville for the night.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. That's going to be good to see, man. I can't wait for y'all to get in. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, Robert Kelly said, what up, chat? Robert's doing that bracket challenge for people who, want to submit their – do it, man. That's fun, bro.
That's awesome.
It's like a March Madness type deal. When March Madness comes around, that's what everybody does. Even if you don't watch basketball, you can fill out a bracket, hope you can get it. Do that on this, man. You get a chance to win some money, and you're supporting the pullers. You know, we're not making anything. It's going to the pullers.
I'm gonna have my wife fill one out. I'm curious.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you being the ref, I know if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to. But let's take your ref off hat for a minute.
All right.
Who would you say would be the top 4 favorites of this event?
It's going to be me, you, Chris, and Bill. Yep. I think we got this. I love it. I think we're 1 through 3 right there easily.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I like the answer, man. I like the answer. It's gonna be exciting, man. Like you said, it's so hard to predict, and that was our goal, man. That's our goal with all these. Too many times, I feel like, when I turn an event on, whether it be East West or King of the Table, nothing. No one's off the table here. Every event, you look at a match and you're like, 70 to 80%. This person's going down. It's very rare you're like, 50-50 toss.
Yeah.
So for me, I wanted to create something that's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm gonna be watching.
I really don't know. I mean, honest opinion, I really don't know. It's a toss up 1 through 12. It really is. I mean, it's the draws out, so people are preparing for what they already do and what they're gonna do and all that. So I think that plays a big factor too. I think we did the draw a month or so ago.
Yep.
That changes. And me speaking as puller, that changes everything compared to showing up and having it be randomized the day of. I would prepare differently. I would do a lot of things differently. So I think even that is just even more of a statement that you don't know what's going to happen.
let's pretend you're the competitor. Would you prefer it to be ahead of time, or would you rather it be like a show up and find out type deal? Because that's kind of another one unorthodox thing, in a round robin. Usually people don't find that out until you draw numbers. We talked with Corey and Bob, and they had the idea of, hey, why don't we put this out ahead of time, create some content, and it builds some hype. Which one would you prefer?
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I think for me as a polar, I would rather it be the day of, because I think I'm the type of guy who would just overthink the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I'd be overthinking like, oh man, well, I got him and I got him, so how should I pull him and then pull him? So for me, I'm more of a day of guy, like just set it up, let's go. No thinking about it, nothing, just grip and rip, But now we'll see how these guys do with it. I mean, I haven't heard no feedback that good, bad, that there are no complaints. Everybody's just hyping it up and saying they're ready, and that's the best part. You don't have a guy going on there saying, I think he's going to be the winner. And he goes, oh yeah, but I got to pull this guy 1, 2, 3, and look at my damn draw. And, it's anybody's ballgame.
Yep, that's for sure, man. That's for sure. So, again, I want to stress, you guys are any officiating. It's you guys. You guys are the man, and y'all are the staff. We hired y'all. We trust y'all. So any questions, any complaints, anything, like, y'all handle it, and we trust you in any decision. That if they come to me, hey, I'm not the rep. Tim's the man. He's the head guy. He's hired for a reason, and we trust. He's the best in the country, and that's why he's here. So, I want to stress that too, for sure.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. We'll see who's trying to interrupt. Corey. Oh, it's Corey Miller.
What is up, Corey?
Guys? Trying to make 198 right now.
Hey. So, is this your event, Corey? This Colorado State?
Yep. Hopefully we have a pretty good turnout. We got a super awesome venue.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Tim was just telling me about it. He said it's looking like it's going to be a pretty big event.
Can you clarify what's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 for the rating? Is it 0 to 14 or?
Yeah, so the third tier is basically your novice guys. They're 0 to, I think, 1,400 or 1,399, and then it goes from 1,400 to a 1,550, or 1,550, and then 1,550 plus.
That was pretty close.
Yeah. You pretty much.
I said 14 to 16.
Yeah, the idea would be not to set them in the beginning, but to eventually have it to where, like, when you go to a tournament, you see all the guys' numbers and you split it based on what you have.
Right.
So you might have 2 or 3 guys.
So it's an even tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for the first couple, we're gonna do. Segregated ones where we can get as close as possible until everyone gets more accurately rated. So
that makes sense. So how did you really? Did you kind of just go on your list and kind of say, that's probably the cutoff right there?
No. Technically speaking, I ran a calculation on what we have in the system right now.
Yeah.
And the calculation proves that is basically the break lines of each pro, amateur, and novice.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to say that.
Right.
But yes, those numbers are pretty much the guidelines for what actually becomes pro level, what actually becomes an amateur, what becomes a novice.
That's interesting because, for so many years, that's been the ultimate question, right? What ascends you to pro? How long can you hang out in the amateurs? So if you are able to develop something that goes all across the country, all across the world, to where that's no longer a question, that's no longer an argument, sorry, you're not an amateur anymore, and here's proof right here. It is what it is. So that's important.
The goal would be to, like, where I walk into a tournament and I asked him, what's your rating? And he's like, I'm a 1,600. And I'm like, I don't want to mess with that dude. But then I see this other guy's with 1,400.
He doesn't want to mess with me anyway. He knows better.
But yeah, no, that'd be the goal. Is like, there is none of this, oh, you're a pro, you're a novice, you're a semi, this, whatever. the rating would tell you how close you are to Tim or whoever else.
Are you able to put you on the spot here?
Yeah.
Are you able to just say it's going to be a tier 1 estimate, tier 2 estimate, tier 3 estimate, and then when everybody signs up, click and have it calculate to split it right? Like, so if there's 30 guys, it won't be 20 and 10, it'll be 10, 10, and 10.
That's exactly what I was talking about before. Like, what I see the ideal tournament in the long run is it say, okay, well, there's 40 guys registered for 198s. It says, okay, how many tiers do I want to make? I want to make 10. Okay,
Right.
It's going to say, boom, grade me 10 tiers.
Nice.
And
That's
that would
cool.
be the most ideal, because then you're pulling the most like your competition possible.
That makes sense, man. And dude, your bracket system is
That's awesome.
second to none, man. Like from going from paper brackets to your system, like cut our tournaments in half as far as time, you know. So anybody who don't have his bracket system, dude, go get it. Go buy it from Corey. It's the best out, man, and he's constantly making updates. And I mean, you heard the man. I mean, there's nothing else going to be able to compare to what he's doing, you know. So yeah, man, that's going to be cool to see.
Yeah, and I mean you also have the round robin version too.
Yep.
So there's a couple people have the round robin super match version too. So
Hey, let me ask you a question about that. And I guess it really doesn't matter.
So Ray, before you go further, just turn your camera off and then turn it back on because you're glitched on my end.
I'm glitching. Okay.
Yeah, just pop it off, pop it back on real fast.
We good? It's probably my hat.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
What was I saying? Oh,
Round robin.
so like a couple of the rounds ended up where say one person will pull last in that round.
yeah.
And the next round they would pull first.
Yeah, the idea with mine was that you could just you could pick wherever you wanted to
Right. Yeah. And that's what we're gonna do. I just didn't know if it was designed that way or.
Nah, I mean, there's no super ideal way when you get pretty high on main brackets.
Yeah.
Can you
You can move. You can select them however you
like your tournament brackets? Can you randomize each round? So can we randomize round 2 to mix it up from round 1 before we start?
I think it's
No,
set, but I could be
I
wrong.
could build something to do that.
Just make him more do. I just make him do more stuff.
Yeah, man. Hey, Corey's got it going on.
Don't do that with
man.
the current one.
Corey's got it going on. Me and him have talked on the phone. I'm sure y'all have. Y'all are good buddies, and man, he's got some good ideas, bro. He does. Cool.
Well, since we got him here, you want to ask him his prediction for your round robin?
Well, we made a little prediction video together, but that was a month ago, and we have two new attitudes.
Oh. Well,
so,
here's your other 2 referees right here.
All right. What's up, guys?
Are we live on the internet? Or with
Bill
everybody?
Offer, that bear.
Are we?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Can't wait to have y'all down next week, man.
Tell me how you really are.
Well, they already see me. Here you go. I brought you back.
Hey, cheers.
These are why they're the referees here. See how they treat
This
me?
is not normal.
Yes.
That's great.
That's awesome. So yeah, man.
These are the
Corey.
for the 198 round robin.
Oh, nice. Hey, we'll see you
What's up, guys?
this
What's
weekend.
up, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. Can't wait to have y'all down, man. Look
Yeah,
forward
we're
to
looking
meeting
forward
y'all.
to it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
It's gonna
can't
be
wait.
a good event.
Really the hangout spot.
So yeah,
you
Corey,
already did a prediction?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, sort of. I mean, I helped him do the round picking and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, last time we talked, since then, we've added 2 different people because we had 2 people drop out.
Right.
Chad and Dallas dropped out the injury. We added Luis Flores. I can't remember his. I think it's Alicon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that kid.
He pulled at your event.
Yeah.
And then we added Casey Coley. And so, as of now, who would be your top 4? And then who would you put as the winner?
I'm still leaning toward Adam Morzinski wins it, or Craig Tulane, one of those 2. They're my 1 and 2. Bob sneaks into the top 4 because everyone gets tired. And I think now that Luis is in there, Luis easily makes the top 6.
Really?
He's gonna surprise a lot of guys. He is incredibly strong.
Yeah, I watched this video at your event. The 217 video, they had him pull. Who was it?
Well, Dustin D. Woody.
That's who it was. And bro, he looked very.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually pulled Luis before last year at this tournament. I pulled Luis, and he is really, really strong. He has a very big hand. He has a ton of cup. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to get outside of his hand, but most of your tournament's going to be a lot of inside guys. So I think Luis is going to hammer through a lot of them, but then towards the later rounds, like I've said, Bob Brown is going to have the hand to beat almost everybody, and he's going to end up winning into the top 4. I don't think he can win the thing, but I think he's going to get in the top 4.
I'm going to tell you right now, if somehow, Bob is able to, pull out some massive upsets, that place is going to go crazy because there's a lot of Bob Brown fans, He's very likable, Everyone's counting him out as the underdog except the people who truly know, And so if, let's say he gets a win on an Adam Warzinski, bro, that place is going to open some eyes. And I think it's possible too, man. I find myself cheering, as the promoter, I got to be non-biased, but I find myself cheering for the quote-unquote underdogs, like a Bob Brown, like a Stephen Logsdon,
I think adding Luis was probably the best thing you did because that kid is definitely an underdog. He is going to surprise a lot of those guys. The only thing that's going to kill him is he's not very fast. And a lot of those guys are fast, and you can't afford to be slow in a round robin. So,
yeah, I guess I got a question too because I've been asked. Is there a reason why there isn't any Canadians?
We did offer Canadians. We did. And who was it? Man, it was more so on Robbie because Robbie has the connections with the guys. But I did talk to some too, and it just didn't work out as far as timing. We invited John Therian. He was having a baby, I think, so he couldn't make it. And I know Robbie talked to 2 or 3 more. Man, I really wanted to keep it consistently. If we're calling it the North American Invitational, we need a representative from everywhere. That's why I got Juan Carlos Gaia. He's from Mexico. I got him in the 76s. But yeah, no, I wish we were able to pull some of them guys down because that would have been a good positive for the event for sure.
Well, obviously, we don't hope anybody ever drops out. But if there is a guy to drop out in the 76, I have a replacement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who dropped out? Who dropped out in the 98s?
Chad Silvers.
Chad.
And Dallas.
So just
Chad. So Chad actually, his teammate texted me, right? And I'm like, no, please don't let this be true. So I messaged Chad, and he's like, man, I wasn't going to tell you. I'm just being real with you. I was just going to show up and pull anyway. But he sent me pictures, and he had a completely tore pec. His whole chest was white. And I'm like, no, man, you don't have to do that. Like, trust me, we can find replacements. I don't want you to get further injured. So, yeah,
I'm surprised he even told you, okay. I'm surprised he didn't say, nope, I'm doing it.
Yeah, he knows the caliber of event. Plus, he has a teammate in there too. So I feel like that was him saying, okay, I can step back a little bit. But yeah, Chad's a legend, man. He used to arm wrestle with my dad back in the day in the 80s. And,
oh, yeah. I've had some wars with Chad in the WAO.
So how long have you been arm wrestling, Tim?
2006.
I have one.
So what is that?
17 years?
17, 18 years almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what would you say your biggest accomplishments is?
Biggest accomplishments?
As far as like tournament wins or like a nationals or like a...
I mean, I'm going to have to say my most recent. I just took 10th at Worlds last year in the biggest class of the weekend.
Awesome.
I pulled the 100 kg. So, I mean, that was I had Unger Bayev, Krasi, all those guys in my class. And, man, it puts a fuel under your ass when your own captain goes, do you think you can even get a win today? Told me that the morning of Worlds.
Who told you that?
The team captain. I don't want to drop his name, but
oh no, I thought you said his name.
You thought I said what?
No, I thought you said his name. I didn't hear you, but no, you don't have to drop his name.
I thought you almost said his name. I was gonna say yeah. Yeah. So that just fueled me up, and yeah, I went 3-2.
Cool, man. That's
28 guys in the class.
Your biggest win is that one time after your tournament in Oregon when you beat me on the practice table.
Yeah, I beat him. I didn't have to be on the practice table. I beat him right here. I'll beat him right now.
So Corey's actually.
I beat Adam Roszensky on the practice table after he pulled a round robin.
Yeah.
Hey, so Corey's actually in the 76 round robin. How do you think he's gonna do?
I think that me, you, and Chris are gonna win.
I like that.
Because I don't know if I'm coming to that one yet. You haven't told me, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Man, if we can have you, yes, we want you here every time, man. We want you
every one of them. We want you here reffing.
Yeah, we were just talking about it because I was like, yeah, I'd be flying from Ireland straight to your guys' place because I'll be there for Arm Gods.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What are these people saying in the comments? I don't even know who that is. Oh, they're talking about Winter Blast. Okay, whatever. Okay, this is a good time to mention the 220 round robin, man. We haven't dropped too many details, and we're still gonna not drop all the details yet, but give them a preview of what might be to come.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're partnering up with you guys to do it at Arizona State. We're looking in June, and hopefully within the next month or so, I'm gonna lock down the venue. I've talked to personally about 3 to 4 guys that are committed, but it's gonna be awesome. It's like, again, you're not gonna look like in the hook rankings of the other one. And C1 through 12 gonna be there, but you're gonna see a lot of big names, all ranked guys, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a barn burner as well. Can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, we're excited about that, man. Me and Chris talk about it all the time.
Constantly.
Man, we're gonna go to Arizona. This is crazy, man. Like,
yeah.
When we first started the round robins, I never thought it would get to this point, and we just want to keep it going, man. So I'm excited to be able to partner with you. Hey, tell us about Arm Sports Entertainment. Sorry about said network.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we started Arm Sports 7 years ago, 7 years. Roughly. Just wanted to start up my own thing to build off of it and all that, and it's just really taken off, especially going international and meeting a lot of guys, and then they come over one time and they're hooked. We do stuff different. We have big after parties. We have big dinners.
2024 merch.
Yeah. 2024 merch is black on black, so that'll be out here soon. It's just a lot of fun. Like we have a good tournament. We have fun, but it's all about just the weekend of hanging out with everybody. Maybe a week of hanging out with everybody. That's what we're about. It's more than just arm wrestling. It's just a big reunion and everybody getting together, hanging out.
That's what's up.
Having a couple of these.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. So when did you say you started it again? I'm sorry.
7 years ago. What, 2000? 16?
No, when we started Arm Sports Entertainment.
2016.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just a puppy.
Heck yeah, man.
Right?
He's been arm wrestling for 7 years.
Hey, Bill, you mind if I ask you some questions, man?
Okay, you may not like my answers.
Fair enough.
Man.
This might not have been my first one. Just to let you, just a little warning.
Hey, it's all right, man. We're here hanging out, bro. As you can see, I'm not overly professional. I'm just here hanging out. Having a good time. That's what it's about for me.
That's the best part of arm wrestling, man. It's like just one big family.
Yeah, too many times I feel like people try to be let me be the sports anchor, and nah, man, I'm just here to hang out, talk arm wrestling, have a good time, man, But how long have you been around the sport?
Late 90s.
Okay.
I think I reffed my first tournament in maybe, 2000, 2001.
Okay.
I went, where were we? We're Bonner Springs. I always remember that because Tony Piccoli and we called it Boner Springs. It was out by Kansas City, and Denise couldn't make it, so she sent Bob Koschel, and Tony said, "Hey, you want to start reffing?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Come on, we're gonna go do that." Like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, so we went out there and did my first tournament with Bob Koschel, and
That's cool,
that
man.
never looked back, man.
Yeah, all
That's
history.
Have you
awesome.
been strictly reffing, or do you compete?
Mostly wrestling. I started out pulling, and I was just starting to kind of get the hang of things, and then I got a bunch of injuries, and then I couldn't really do much after that. So I thought, you know what? I love the sport and meet so many great guys, like the whole family thing, right?
Yes.
And so I thought, if I can't really pull anymore, I'm just going to start reffing, and it just kind of took off, and kind of started with Leonard. So I guess you can't ask for a better teacher than that, right?
No, you're right about that. Leonard's the
Learn
man.
from the best, and I look back and I think I was fortunate to kind of start there. So
Yeah, and I feel like the sport needs, not saying that they shouldn't be competitors. I'm not saying that at all. But, when you look at football, right? You look at basketball and baseball, that's their strict thing, right? They're the ref. They're focused on that, and that's it. And I feel like it's good to have people like you who are solely focused on officiating, And even, I know I say that when Tim's sitting here and he's a competitor too, but he's able to do both at a high level, so I'm not taking that against him. But
I'm going to call it Tim's a work in progress. We're going to keep working on it, right?
Yeah, man.
Keep bringing him those drinks, and you'll achieve it.
I tell you what, there's nothing worse than roughing a referee. I'll admit it. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole on the table. I try to get away with everything.
See, I'm the opposite. When I compete, when I go back and look at my matches, I'm like, bro, I'm up there like having a good time, like just giving them, oh, you want to go to the straps? Let's go to the straps. You want to go to the ref script? And I'm like, man, I need to be more of a dickhead up there. And I just can't, man. That's not my personality, man.
I keep on telling you, but you don't listen.
Half the time, I don't even know. They're like, well, why'd you say that to me? I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even remember talking to you. I get so in the mood. I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So I assume this might be, it may not be his, but it's your first tournament reffing in Tennessee?
Mine?
It's mine, yeah.
Not his?
You might have done it back in the day.
I was thinking.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to think. Kentucky. Right next to you guys. We've done many tournaments down there. We haven't had the Kentucky Muscle for the past couple of years, but I've been doing Kentucky Muscle for years with Leonard.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think I ever made it over the border into Tennessee.
Man, it's a nice place over here, man, in East Tennessee with the mountains, and it's a good place to hang out. It's a good place to live, good place to raise your family. Everything's very warm over here as far as like culture wise, but it's good scenery, man.
Yeah, we're familiar with the area. Pat and I always say we're from St. Louis, but we're on the Illinois side of St. Louis.
Okay.
So, we're Southern Illinois, so we're all kind of the same neighborhood over there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it'll be good, man. It'll be good to have y'all down here, and hopefully y'all can feel the, I try to make my tournaments very family, like as far as you're hanging out with all the pullers, and all the South guys are there. It's just, I don't know. It's a different type feel, I recognize that. I'll go to, I know when we come to Arizona, I'm probably going to be like, freak, bro, I got to step my game up because my tournaments ain't touching his. It's just, it's a different vibe, man. We're all kind of just there to have a good time, and
it
different.
Just so
happens to be a high-level event.
Yeah, we're different. I'm an overachiever. I go over and beyond, and I just like to have fun.
Oh,
I just love to have fun, man.
Arizona State and Washington State.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally you're gonna
first class all the way, baby.
You go home Monday because Sunday's the pool party all day long.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of fun, man. It makes you just you want to come there and compete at a high level and have fun, but at the same time, everybody's got to go to work on Monday or Tuesday or whatever it is, and so we just like to show everybody a good time, and not that it's so like some promoters, it's like you show up, you do the tournament, you don't even see them. Like we do a Friday night dinner for everybody to show up and hang out. We hang out all day Saturday, big after party, whether it's the hotel inside the venue, you name it. And then Sunday is just a big barbecue. I mean, like for Washington State this year, I'm taking everybody up to the casino. It's like 15 minutes away. They just put in a brand new 30,000 square foot sports book. So we're going to watch football all day long. I got VIP tables with
That's
hot
my
dogs,
kind of man right there.
hot dogs and
that is
popcorn
awesome.
for free all day long. Like, it's just a big party. That's what we do.
Hey, dude.
I think we're doing a wine tasting on Thursday at Willamette Valley Vineyards. And I got a buddy who owns a limo company, so we have a party bus. So whoever's there on Thursday, like 20 of us will do that. I mean, it's more than arm wrestling. It's a family.
That's what it should be, man. And
That's
dude,
awesome.
like, there's no one doing it like that.
So that means I'm coming in Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you there's 2 countries coming in on Wednesday, and there's about 10 of them. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
There's one
Man, that'll be incredible, man. Y'all should
To be announced.
You should do some content
Did I let
behind
something out of the
that,
bag? Never mind. Hey, forget what I just said. I think I just let the cat out of the bag.
You should do some content behind that, man. I know it's not arm wrestling, but it's
We
with
are.
arm wrestlers. You know,
Imagine you saying that. My niece just moved from Texas over to Arizona, and she's going to take over all of our social media. She's going to come to our events, and she's going to live film, and she's going to take content of the weekend. So you're going to be able to see the back end of stuff, the casino, the airport rides. I mean, if you look at my Facebook, you saw my airport ride in Dubai to the mall with how do you say his name? Matarinki? I don't know. He's the guy from New Zealand with the face tattoos.
oh yeah,
Look
yeah,
up
yeah.
that and see him trying to get out of a car. It's hilarious. So we're gonna do a lot of that at Washington State this year.
That'll be cool to see, man.
Yeah. Before it's released.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of censor. There'll be a lot of like, we probably should cut that out.
Yeah, so that's what I started doing this year. At the beginning of the year, I started filming, just with my phone. But our practices are, traveling to the tournaments, our hotels, and dude, it don't get a lot of views. My channel isn't monetized, but to me, those are like memories, man.
Yeah, memories, man.
I'll put it on YouTube and watch it with my kids who didn't get to go. And Chris comes down and my buddy Ed's over and we're laughing at the shit that we do. For example, one tournament we went to Kentucky in January. It was the one that Devin was at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't originally plan to stay. And Robbie ended up having to go home, right? So he's like, man, I already got the hotel. Here, y'all just go use our room. Well, it was one bed. So it was me, my wife, and Chris. Chris is like, well, I'll just sleep over here on the AC unit. And, dude, I got it on film, man, and it was so funny to go back and watch, dude. Just little things like that, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, we love doing that. My wife loves – that's her favorite part because, I mean, I was blessed enough. She got into doing brackets. So I'm so into the sport, and like it's either she stayed at home, she doesn't care. So now we're doing that. And then echo.
Might be on Chris. Yep, it's on Chris's end. Go ahead. I muted you,
Chris.
God
damn it, Bobby. No, something a little cat out of the bag because Bill over here doesn't even know. Armed Sports Entertainment, we're all about family. Like we consider, like my team is just a family, and I've built a pretty good team over the years. So like we're gonna start doing like team trips together, paid for by these events, and hoping next year you're gonna get a lot of content from a good weekend of Armed Sports Entertainment in Mexico.
Man.
We've already got a lot of it in the works at the end of the year. Everybody's been reffing all year long. They've been pulling all year long. And we're going to do a nice little trip in Mexico with everybody.
Are you talking like a vacation? Or are you talking like going to the North American tournament?
It's going to be an Armed Sports Entertainment staff vacation.
Oh, okay.
That it's
Nothing
going
wrong
to
with
be
that.
Filmed all weekend long of having fun in good old Mexico.
Heck yeah, man. Heck
hedonism.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'll be cool.
How can that not be fun?
Yeah.
And the way you do it, man, I feel like is the way to do it as far as your staff, as far as taking care of the poolers. To me, the reason why our sport hasn't just exploded on the scene of like a UFC level, right? Let's just use that for an example. We don't have stars, right? Too many times do we have guys that they're just regular people, you know? You got stars like a Devin, you know, and to me, if we can create more household names or create more people that feel like they're stars, you know, that's what it's about, man. And the way you're doing it, you're treating your pullers like they're stars, and that's the way they should be treated, man.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, in my house in Arizona, for the week of Arizona State, I went through 32 pounds of bacon. Not even kidding you. I think we cooked 12 on Sunday.
Oh. We were in the pool and we were so hungry. And he's like, hey, I got this. Went stumbling out of the pool. And next thing I know, we're in the pool and we've got a big pile of bacon and we're eating bacon. I told Pat, I said, dude, nobody's ever paid us in bacon. This is great. Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah, we cooked so much bacon.
Let's see if Chris is. He's extra.
Do what?
Are you echoing us again? Yeah.
Possible.
Maybe. Hold on. Is it us?
No, it's him.
There we go. Damn
Sorry,
it, Bob.
Chris. You're going to be muted for the minute.
We got about
man.
2 more minutes to wrap this up on our end because we have weigh-ins that start in 2 minutes.
Yeah, we've been going about an hour, man. You know, that's about when we cut it off. But, hey, man, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. And, again, I want to preface, Bill wasn't in here when I said it. Y'all are hired for a reason. We have full trust in you. You guys are the best in the country. You know, you guys were recommended. Tim was recommended, and Tim said, hey, I'm not coming without my guys. So they're coming with me. So, hey, man, it's all y'all, and y'all are the men in charge when it comes to reffing the tournament, as far as running it smooth that way. You know, we got the brackets, whatever, but when it comes to rules, you know, we have all the trust in you guys. So we want to thank you guys for coming and, you know, jumping on board with us, man.
I appreciate that, man. We're gonna work hard for you guys next weekend, and we'll keep our end under control.
Yeah, and you know, like I told you on day one, it's no disrespect to anybody that you may have talked to or who you had. I just feel at this caliber, if I have my team behind me, you're gonna get the best outcome, and I truly believe that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question before we do go. Do you plan on being the head ref for the whole time, or do you plan on rotating?
I'm going to leave that up to the meeting on Friday. Originally, it was going to be me the whole time, but I'm going to leave it up to the guys. If they want us to do a 3-man rotation between each round, so everybody at round 1 will be me, round 2 Bill, round 3 Pat, and so on, I'm going to leave it up to them because I don't want to make that decision and have one guy say, oh, it should be this guy the whole time. You know what? It's going to be a unanimous decision, and it's whatever the pollers want.
I like that. And hey, man, whatever y'all want to do, that's your guys' choice. If you want to run it, I'm cool with whatever you guys decide, man.
You know, Pat and I have been working together for years. With Tim, we got a few years now, and we all kind of know each other. And it's, you know, I mean to sound cocky, but you know, the best refs in this country, we work together a lot. And man, it just, when we all get together, it just all jives.
Yep.
You know.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, you see it in other sports, basketball, football.
Yep.
When a head coach is hired, what's he do? He brings his coordinators, you know, because he's comfortable with it. It's no different in reffing. And maybe we need to look at that in events, you know. That's the thing that isn't talked about a lot, you know. Hire a staff, you know. If we bring you on board for the 76, which we hope to, it'll be, hey, Tim, here you go. Here's your reffing pool. Get 5 refs or get 3 refs. It's on, you know, you're hired. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that, man.
You cannot put on a good tournament without good staff.
Yep.
That's correct, man. That's correct.
Simple as that.
Yep. But, man, we'll let y'all go, man. Again, thanks for coming on, and y'all have a safe weekend. And is it streaming anywhere out Colorado State?
Yes, it's going to be on Facebook, on Aries Facebook.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll get
I
on
believe
there.
the super matches will be on there and the tournament all day long. I believe
Cool.
will be on there.
That'll be on my iPad while I watch football.
It will be starting at, I want to say noon Central Time.
Okay.
Or Mountain Time. Noon Mountain Time.
Cool, man. All right, man. Well, y'all be safe, and we'll see y'all next Friday, man.
Yep.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you.
Take care.
All right, see you guys.
Later.
All right. Still echoing on your.
Well, I can't help that. Let me see if I can fix it.
It's all good. It's not a big deal. Let's see if we had some comments here. Let's see. Alan Guerrero said gonna be a great event. Robert Kelly talking about his the bracket challenge. $10, man. Hit up Robert Kelly. That's a good little thing we're doing. Let's see here. Caroline talking about Winter Blast. Let's see. Aaron Castillo, is the 176 list of pullers available yet? Yes. Go look it up on Facebook. It is the, let's see, what would it be? 24th annual Tri-State Championship in March 30th. That's when that is. And if you go to that Facebook page, that event page, you will see the list. Off the top of my head, we got Corey Miller, Sam Harris. Dude, my mind's going blank. Dalton Duncan. You know, the tip top guys. Juan Gaia. Let's see. Who else? Who else do we got here? There's Chris. I don't know, but go check that event page out and you'll find the whole list, man. But yeah, man, that's about it for us. It was good to have Tim on. Good to hear some perspective from the head ref and his staff. His staff happened to be there. Good to talk to Corey. Corey Flash Miller. Let's see. Where are the paid picks? Oh, Robert. Yeah. Who so far on the picks is the favorite? I would like to hear that. I should have got Robert on. I should have got you on, Robert. We should have had you on tonight. Maybe we'll have you on in the next day or so. Let's see what he says. He's sending it. So what do you think, Chris? Oh, it's a tie. Okay.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? I hope they can hear me.
I don't know what's going on with my shit. That's what I've been trying to get.
Hold on. Yo. Yeah, my mic is coming up. So I think they can hear me. I hope they can hear me. Oh, they can hear both of us. Chris is texting me. We can't hear each other. What the heck's going on? So Robert said, let's see here. A tie. Between Craig and Adam. So that'll be interesting. In my opinion, those are the two favorites. I mean, they just are, you know. It's hard to bet against those guys. So those two are super elite, you know. I think Artem will be up there. I think Robbie will be up there. I think Jason Merlot will be up there. But, you know, Robert, I'm going to plan on filling one out. So I'm going to get with you and send you $10. See how close I can get it, you know. I don't know if you were watching last night, but I kind of stuck my tongue out there and said if somebody hits a perfect bracket, I'll give them a $250 bonus, which ain't much, but I don't see anyone getting it, you know. I don't see anyone hitting the perfect bracket, so I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. We had Go back and watch it. Tim Tallmadge, Arm Sports Entertainment. Corey Miller was on, Patrick Bear, and all of us. So, not sure who we're going to have on the next episode, but y'all stay tuned. And Robert said 250 he'll match it, perfect bracket. So that's $500 for a perfect bracket. So that'll be interesting to see. You know, I like the bracket, man. It gives you some stakes from at home. You know, you're at home looking at your bracket like, oh man, okay. So it'll be interesting, and it'll be cool to see. But yeah, man, stay tuned. We'll see who we have on. What's Chris talking about here? What's my email so you can? I'll get that to you, Robert. Let's see. Chris hopping off here. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us. If you want to come on, anybody wants to come on, hit me up. Don't think you're too small or too big to come on here. We just get on here and chop it up, man. Half the time I'm unprofessional. You know, I ramble on half the time, but whatever. I like to get on here and chat with everybody, man. So, yeah, we'll see y'all. That's it for episode 9. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks, guys.